In this video, we will show the retrofitting of an Automec CNC150 control to a 60-ton Accurpress with a malfunctioning AP2 control. This retrofit involves removing the Accurpress motor and replacing it with an Automec motor and amplifier, as well as a CNC150 control. The mechanical structure shown here will remain as all Accurpress original equipment, so there is no need to ship the mechanical structure back to Automec. One of the most important parts of this upgrade is to make sure the press brake works in a manual mode without the AP2 control. This older system is equipped with micro switches on the side of the press brake. Newer systems have modules called RC1 or ETS100. To verify the manual operation, the first thing we do is switch the press brake from CNC to manual, turn on the press brake, and check the function of the press brake micro switches. See the function of the top stroke, slow speed, and bottom of stroke all work correctly without the AP2 in operation. One of the first steps is to locate the two micro switches on the side of the mechanical structure and disconnect the wires inside the gray box. Once those switches are disconnected, just verify that the press brake still runs. Leave these switches in place because they'll later be used as an in limit and an out reference switch. The mushroom switch will be used as an emergency stop switch. Remove the front micro switch because that's going to be rewired. Remove the diode between the two terminals. We want this switch to be normally closed, so we want to verify with a meter, and we can see that it's normally closed. Now you can retighten the screws and reassemble the micro switch to the front of the drive rail. Now remove the rear limit switch. This rear switch will be rewired and become our out limit switch. Disconnect two of the wires and remove the unused cable. The other two wires will be connected to the normally open portion of the switch. Remove the diode as well. Make sure you choose the wire that has the two conductors. Double check the polarity of this switch with a meter to make sure that it is normally open. One by one, cut the wires from the AP2 control moving into the press brake control box. After cutting each one, double check to make sure the press brake still runs. And we verified so far that the press brake is still working. When this heavy wire is removed, you'll need to consult the Automec schematic to jumper the press brake connections. Once all the wires are removed, you can remove the AP2 control from the press. Now you modify the Accurpress pendant to accept the Automec control with the special brackets provided. We stabilize the swiveling head with a locking shaft collar, as shown. Using the special Automec bracket provided, mount to the rear of the control and assemble. Once the bracket is installed, lower the shaft collar and tighten so that the bracket does not pivot. Remove 4 bolts from the belt guard and drop the belt guard out of the way. Then remove the 4 bolts holding the motor to the bracket. Now remove the motor from the bracket. Remove the wires from the motor to the control box. Mount the Automec relay board as shown here, using the wiring diagram provided. Locate the idler pulley and adjust it to its middle of travel. Mount the Automec provided motor in place using the 4 screws provided. The motor's own weight will provide the correct belt adjustment. Drill and tap 4 1/4 holes as shown and mount the linear scale on the same plane as the ram movement. Mount the gold amplifier box on the frame of the press brake at a location out of harm's way. Then connect all of the connectors from the gold amplifier box to the control head. Route all of the wires through the control pendant as shown here. And the installation is complete. Program the CNC150 control in the normal manner. Here we have a 2-axis system running in the depth mode. To calibrate the ram, turn the press brake on and place it in the jog mode. Jog the ram down till the male punch hits the material. Press calibrate, C, and the ram is referenced and ready to go. We are now ready to run through the job. The system will go out and calibrate, come into the first position. Each time the ram cycles, we'll go to a new back gauge position and a new ram depth and a new ram height. Notice that the back gauge and ram offer the same repeatability and speed as the prior AP2 control. This concludes the video on the Automec upgrade of the Accurpress with AP2 control.